back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name's Ariana, and I'm going to be talking about why I decided to choose an ABSN program rather than a traditional RN program or a traditional BSN program. Now, I already have my bachelor's. I know I probably mentioned this in a few videos before. I have my bachelor's in business management, and I received that back in 2014. I've worked in 2 different industries so far. I've worked in the fashion industry as a publicist in PR. I was a branding and showroom manager, and I was a junior publicist for a very long time. And now I'm currently a part-time Scrum Master, which is like a project manager, but currently I help radio station build apps. And now I'm going to be a nurse. So I've been wanting to be a nurse for a very, very long time. I just wanted to be able to work in multiple industries that I knew I wanted to work in at a very young age. And I wanted to be able to really find myself and figure myself out before I decided to become a nurse, because being a nurse is you're essentially giving yourself to your profession, and I really wanted to make sure that this was the right decision and the right career for me. And now that I've been able to work in multiple industries, I just know that this is where I need to be and where I want to be. Especially I learned this very early on when I was volunteering and at a hospital, and some other personal experiences that I just knew that this was a great profession for me and I would fit right in. And I know that I just want to be able to give back to my community as much as possible, and this is one of the ways to do so. So I worked in the PR industry for 4.5 years. I worked with 2 of the top PR agencies in LA, and I love every minute of it. I learned so much, and for 3.5 years going on 4, I worked in the tech industry as a Scrum Master, which is like a project manager, but we use a different type of agile to help run the team and make sure that they get everything done on time and meet deadlines, but it's less of a stressful environment. And I did this because essentially these were opportunities that I couldn't pass up. And if you know, in the fashion industry, it's honestly a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, along with the tech industry as well. It's a very fast-paced industry, and it's essentially like once the ship leaves the dock, there's no going back, and you probably won't get that opportunity again. Therefore, that's why it's been taking me a very long time to get to this career, is because I wanted to work in those industries at a very young age before I decided to make this career switch. And it sort of fell in my lap, essentially, of working in the PR industry and in the tech industry. I had a friend who essentially didn't work out with the company and they needed an intern, so I decided to intern with this company, and I've learned so much, and I learned what it's like to run a PR company from the ground up. And with the tech industry, it sort of happened the same. A friend needed help. They said, get the certification as a Scrum Master and I can hire you. You will be able to work part-time and be able to work from home. And at the time, that was very appealing to me because of the situation I was going through personally. About 4 years ago, my grandfather passed away and I had to take over his company. Therefore, this just sounded like a great opportunity for me to sort of not pass up. So I was able to do both, and I learned a lot. I learned a lot, that is for sure, in business and how businesses run and things like that. And I'm so grateful for those opportunities, because I know that being where I am today, it's definitely made me a better business person than I once was before. And so reason number 1 is that I already have my bachelor's, so this allows me to cut through the general ed classes. I was able to get all my prereqs done, which are my science and math classes essentially, and start this program. Reason number 2 is done in 18 months. I love a very fast-paced program. That's how I learn, that's how I thrive. I'm a very hands-on learner, therefore this is a great program that will allow me to do that. We will be having clinicals, I believe 3 days out of the week at a hospital, and the reason why we're able to do this is currently right now is we're deemed as essential workers. So that's how we're able to go into the hospitals and be able to learn in that setting. Honestly, I'm very excited. I know everything that's happening, and I know my family members and friends are worried about me, but I know that I just want to get out there and help my fellow nurses and doctors out there. And this is honestly maybe a good time to be there, because you truly are learning hands-on and really learning the fast pace of what it can be like at a hospital and working at a hospital. I was volunteering for quite a few months at a hospital, so I do know how some floors work and how fast-paced they are. And I know it's going to be very hard, I know it's going to be very challenging, but it's also very exciting at the same time, because I'll be right where the action is essentially, and being able to learn fairly quickly of what to do and what not to do. And so I have some notes here, but that was reason number 2. Reason number 3 is that you don't need any prior healthcare experience, which me coming from a business background was very appealing to me, because this is going to be a whole new industry that I'm going to tap into, and this was going to give me a very fast course into it. Tip number 3 is you get a great quality education. So it's one of the top schools in California, and I'm just very excited. Pretty much anywhere you'll go, you'll really get a sense of great education, and I know this was very appealing to me, the program, and I obviously asked around quite a bit of my friends and who are nurses, and friends who are PAs, and friends at the hospital that I volunteered at, and they really highly recommended this program that I am currently at, and I couldn't be happier. So I really did my research in asking if this was a good program, and everyone that I said had nothing but great things to say about it. So I'm very happy, and I'm very excited at the quality of the education that I'm going to receive, and that makes me very happy, is because I know that I'm learning from the best, and I know that I'm going to be just fine. Tip number 5 is I get hands-on training, which that is my number one that was my number one thing for me, is that I needed to make sure that I was going to get hands-on training. And although my theory classes are going to be on Zoom for the time being, at least we will have a hybrid of online simulations and in-person labs, and that was very appealing to me, because I need to learn hands-on. I'm a visual learner. I need to know how it's done, how industry standards are, and being at a hospital setting, I will definitely be able to learn that, and I'm just so excited for this new chapter. And obviously, if you have any questions about my past careers, such as PR or being a Scrum Master in the tech industry, please let me know. I believe that sharing is caring, especially in knowledge. And so I'm here to help you guys in any way that I can, and I will do more videos of what it's like to work in the fashion industry and in the tech industry coming up, so you will have my sort of secret insider tips of what it's like to work in the fashion industry. And like I said, I do consult on the side if people do need it, and you can check out my website and see what my services are there. But yes, I'm very excited. This has been a very long time in the making, and I just cannot wait to get started. We start in about 5 to 4 weeks, and I'm excited to bring you along with me on this journey. And please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next week, have a good day. Bye.